What's up, future millionaires? Mike the Investor, and in this quick update, I want to share with you just a couple things on why I think we are headed to the next crash that is right around the corner. So don't be fooled by the quick pump that we are seeing, even though Jerome Powell made a statement stating, hey, we are not going to actually raise rates at this time. But if inflation continues to rise, we will have to raise rates. Now, my opinion, I think they just prolonged it because at some point they are going to have to raise rates to control inflation, which will affect the stock market as well as the crypto market as well. Now, last month I did 3 videos discussing some reasons on why the market pulled back, and I'll also discuss some reasons on what do I think will affect the market here in the near future. Now, I'm not going to be discussing those reasons, but I'm going to highlight a couple few to connect what we're talking about in today's video. But before we dive into everything, go ahead and grab you some free Bitcoin by using the links in the description below. But enough talking, let's jump into it. Alright, crypto investors, welcome back to the channel. Now let's do a quick fact check for 2021 before we kind of talk about why I think a crash is right around the corner. Now, back in 2021, the crypto market was completely bullish and a success for crypto overall, not including just the adoption, the companies and financial institutions and bankings that got into crypto. But if we just look at some numbers here, crypto started under 800 billion in 2021. It was around 780 billion and it reached a total high of 3.1 trillion. And so with that being said, 2021 was the first year crypto hit a 1 trillion market cap, the first year hit a 2 and a 3 trillion market cap. And so with that being said, 780 billion close to 3.1 trillion, that is close to around 2.4 trillion that entered the crypto market just in 2021, meaning we are at extreme all-time highs. And so an extreme pullback does make sense. Now, when we look at a lot of things that I've covered, talking about things that will affect the market, when we look at Jerome Powell and the Fed, they said they are going to pull back. They're going to be less liquidity into the markets. So that means there's going to be less money going into stocks, buying back bonds, which is debt, and also going into crypto as a whole, which is why we have seen the volume kind of tank since November. And so back in November, Bitcoin hit its all-time high of 69,000. And I just want to show you a couple things as well, but real quick, even with all the success we saw in 2021, the crypto market actually had 6 flash crashes in 2021. And I say that to say this video is not to scare anyone. And so even with us seeing 6 flash crashes, you can see how much growth we still saw in the crypto market. But let me briefly show you this article by CoinDesk. So according to CoinDesk, the sub-headline says, over the course of 2021, Bitcoin's price experienced no less than 6 flash crashes, and this came out January 12th, 2022. Now I just have one section highlighted that I want to read for you. Now listen to this. This is pretty crazy if you were unaware of this. Now, flash crashes can occur beyond the immediate control of human beings. They may be produced by algorithmic trading programs, triggering one another to sell in a feedback loop. Now you can see how that can be a huge problem. When such programs are managing large volume of assets, the consequences of such a loop can be dramatic. This can then spill over into the futures market and cause a knock-on cascade liquidations, adding further momentum to the decline. Sometimes a flash crash can be a result of an intentional market manipulation or foul play, where large investors known as whales employ methods such as stop hunting or creating fake buy-sell walls. Now you can see how this is a big deal, and I wanted to just highlight this because this is why I believe right now we are kind of in a head fake. I believe we are going lower, even though the market pumped because Jerome Powell said they're not going to raise rates right away. I still believe we are going lower, and I believe we're going to start heading lower towards the end of this month. Just my opinion. Now, I can be completely wrong on this. However, I do think we are going lower just based off of everything that's already been painted for the narrative, everything that's happening. There's kind of a smokescreen in the market, and this is why I believe we are going lower. Now, let me just show you something about Bitcoin, and then I just want to show you something with Grayscale as well. So as we go ahead and go over to the CoinGecko. This is just the 1-year chart. Now, as we can see right here on November, let's go to November 10th. November 10th is when Bitcoin hit the all-time high, which was 69,000. Now I want to show you something. I showed you this first because I just want to show you something that people may not be aware of. We are on my Twitter page, and this is Grayscale. And so you can see back 11/10/2021, which is November 10th, you can see Grayscale reached an all-time high of 60 billion assets under management. And this is the largest digital asset manager in the world. So you guys have to remember this. I've always been saying follow the money. So check this out. 60.8 billion assets under management, but let's go to 2 months later, excuse me. Now total assets under management are 38.3 billion 22 hours ago. And let me actually click on the tweet so you can see the actual date of this, January 11th. So we can see just in 2 months, Grayscale liquidated about 22 billion. And if you look at Bitcoin, this was around, let me blow this up, 27.1 billion. Now take a look at this. And this was today. This is January 11th when I'm recording this video. And I want to go back to what this was. Let me blow this up so you can see this a little bit bigger. Now check this out, 43.5 billion. So you can see the huge liquidation. Even when they said they're rebalancing and changing assets, they're also selling as well. And the reason why I think this is so important, let me show you the price chart for Bitcoin one more time. So Bitcoin on November 10th, you can see, according to CoinGecko, is when it reached 69,000. Now I just showed you on that day is when Grayscale had the largest assets under management, and you can see how much they had for Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So the reason why I'm showing you all this, just to kind of show you some other key indicators I didn't mention in the other 3 videos, which you can check out here. This is telling you that Grayscale knows what is coming. You can see that they've cut down 22 billion in 2 months. They were at 60.8 billion November 10th, and now January 11th, they are down to 38.3 billion. So this tells you what is going on. The Fed already told us last year they're going to be tapering, meaning there's going to be less liquidity in the market. Well, this is a form of that, and I've just been kind of paying attention, and I've been mentioning Grayscale for a very long time since I've kind of started talking about crypto. So I always say follow the money. Don't just listen to what billionaires are saying. Actually follow what they do. They may say something, but if we look at Grayscale, they have actually sold over the past 2 months, which is going to result in an effect in the price, definitely with Bitcoin, because they hold some of the most in Bitcoin when it comes to digital asset managers. And this is why I say Grayscale knows the Fed's moves, and this is why they're not buying right now. They're going to wait for prices to go lower, which I believe prices are going to, and then you will see them start to buy more. This is just my personal opinion. Not to mention the rise in inflation, definitely in the US, basically stating inflation rose by 7%. But if you look at it kind of from an annual perspective, it's technically risen more than that. But these are some things that will have an effect on the market. But once again, overall, I am still bullish on the overall crypto market because it is the future. Crypto and blockchain is the future. It's not going anywhere. However, we are going to see a shakeup, definitely with crypto regulation and other things coming into play. But if you gain some value, most importantly, smash the like button. That is all I got for you. Remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.